Cyberpunk has arrived, but people didn't notice. To understand whether cyberpunk is here, we first need to understand what it is. However, different people interpret this term in different ways, partly because the genre has evolved, and partly because when the word was first coined, the reality it described did not yet exist. Everyone was free to imagine cyberpunk in their own way. Subgenres appeared that were later confused with original cyberpunk. For example, The Matrix is not classic cyberpunk, but a post-cyberpunk. For some, cyberpunk necessarily revolves around hacking. For others, it is about resisting the system and fighting total control. For still others, it is about social stratification and dystopia. I think that cyberpunk is best described by Bruce Sterling's phrase, high-tech, low-life. It's when technology has reached incredible heights, almost indistinguishable from magic. Yet, it has not improved people's lives. What was meant to simplify work and routine has instead created an even more miserable society. Flying transport, mirrors and crystal balls through which one could see what was happening elsewhere, creating light with just a snap of fingers. A couple of 100 years ago, this was considered magic. Now we have airplanes, smartphones and lights that can be switched on with a clap of the hands. Technology has advanced so far that it has become so cheap it can be embedded anywhere. It reaches the point of absurdity. Restaurants use electronic candles because they are cheaper. Today it can cost less to manufacture a LED, a casing, a battery holder, and the battery itself, than to take a bit of paraffin and a piece of string. This combination of high technology with life in impoverished countries creates a striking fusion. When people living in a half-wild village have touchscreen tablets, when a beggar asks for alms via a QR code, and the money is sent through a satellite to his virtual account in an international bank, when your watch is 1,000 times more powerful than supercomputers that controlled the flight to the moon and calculated the nuclear explosion, when you can even get absolution online. This absurd penetration of technology into places where it seemingly does not belong, against the backdrop of widespread impoverishment. That is cyberpunk to me. And that is exactly what surrounds us now. Dystopian fiction slowly creeped into reality.